Hello, dear friends. We are glad to welcome you once again on Alatra TV Middle East. Today, in our live conversation broadcast, we would like to speak more about the creative society and the 8 pillars it's based on, which are described in the article Foundations and Strategies for Building the Creative Society, which was published on alatraunites.com website. We will talk about humanity, happiness, love, and mutual support. Creative Society is a unique international project which was initiated by people and for people. And the main goal of which is building a harmonious society where each person feels comfortable, safe, and what's more important, happy. So today's live conversation we'll host together with Kate. Hello, Kate.
Hi, Sergey. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. And also, I would like to mention that throughout this project, Creative Society, we're also testing a theory of 6 handshakes. And as for this theory, it means that all people in the world are connected and know each other through 5 or even less social connections. And today we have a bright example of such theory working in action because our guest today was invited by the guest from the previous broadcast. So, dear audience, please help us in welcoming Samuel Muderhwa, human rights activist, founder and coordinator of Peace and Conflict Resolution Foundation, and also a pastor. Hello, Samuel. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Samuel,
Your
just
microphone is off. Could you please turn it on?
yeah. Hi, Samuel.
Is on.
Yes, right now we can hear you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be with you on this session, and I'm happy to share the experience that we have in our region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samuel. Thank you for accepting our invitation and joining us today. So,
Yeah.
first question that I would like to ask you, could you please share with us your story? What inspired you to choose this field of work, to do what you do in life, and what actually motivated you to start this journey and to continue it?
First of all, what I can say, I was a victim. I was a victim before. I was born in the eastern of DRC, the place that I'm working, and I was traumatized since I was born. And I grew up with a traumatizing life, but through someone else helped me. I met someone in the church. He helped me to come out of the trauma. Now, what inspired me, it is the experience I did pass through, inspired me to do what I'm doing, because I don't want to see people suffer like I was suffering before. That is why I decided to join this journey to help other and to help myself.
Great. Thank you very much. Even though the experience in the past was not very positive, but, knowing the fact that you decided to change your life, that you decided to do something and not to stop in this negativity, but, to move forward to the positive way of thinking, to the positivity and to positive aspects of the life. It's great. It's a
Yeah,
wonderful
this is
example.
very very interesting. Like basically, you made your own choice despite any circumstances. Like your friend who helped you, right? He at some point of his life he made his choice when he chose that path, and he shared with you, and then you chose like no matter what, I will not only help like myself to get out of that stress, but as well you help a lot of people on daily basis, which is very very interesting.
Yes, and also I
Yes,
wanted to ask you another
thank you.
question. We know that your foundation, Peace and Conflict Resolution Foundation, has 4 pillars that are very interesting. And when we found out about them, it was really informative for us. And we would like to ask you to tell us more about the 4 pillars, so our audience could also be informed as well, and maybe use these 4 pillars in their everyday life.
Thank you. Yeah. Our organization called Peace and Conflict Resolution. We are based in eastern of DRC. As many know about the situation that passed in the eastern of DRC, we testify a lot of civil war, some chaos, some conflicts. Now, our organization is there to support the survivor to come out of the situation that they didn't pass through. We have a 4 pillar of working from our organization, Peace and Conflict Resolution. The first pillar, we call it peace education. And this peace education is a key pillar from our organization. On this peace education, we have a program of trauma healing. And we usually do trauma healing process to make people to move on from negative to positive life. And that's first pillar, we have a program of mediation to mediate people, to mediate family who are separated because of war. Because here in the eastern of DRC, you can find someone who's been raped, and to be raped, you can stay there, you cannot move on. Now you can find because of the war, some family was separate, some children go away from their family. Now we have the program of mediate people to come again together, and we have a program we call social therapy. Social therapy, it's a program that community come together to heal themselves, themselves from the past. They usually use our culture because we have different culture. What the culture said, if something come, the family, how culture can help you. Now community come together to resolve, to have some resolution to themselves. And on that program, we have a program of training. We train the facilitator. We go to the ground in the village, and the villager choose someone who can represent them. We bring them in the town. In my town called Bukavu, it is a big town, it is a large town, it's more secure town. And there we train them for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks to be trained, they go back to the village to help the villager. And on that, we usually see the successful. People are progressing, not sitting down. They have some development there because of that program of social therapy. We have a program that we call Basic Health. On Basic Health, we are mobilize the community. As here, we don't have a security assurance, no health assurance, but we are mobilize community how to take care of themselves, like to maintain we call hygiene in French, hygiene, how to live in a good environment. Now and we are developing the program for the malnutrition, to fight malnutrition, how community can use what they have to fight malnutrition. Instead of depending on other, how they can use what they cultivate to fight malnutrition to have a good health. And we have the last pillar. The last pillar, we call it scholarship. The scholarship, we focus on primary level, secondary, and university to support the youth to go to the education, because we know that education is the key. Education is a key. Without education, as we can see other places, many children in the street because they don't go to school. Now we are encouraging them how to go to school. On that, we are doing what we can to support the children, the youth, to be good leader for tomorrow. That is why we have that pillar of we say a scholarship to support the vulnerable children to become the someone in their life. Thank you. That is about our 4 pillar.
That is great. This
Yeah.
is so amazing, and it's really interesting that you help people, but as well you like train people who will later on like pass this to other people, like maybe even train other people how to how to, make something better out of their lives, and how to grow, and how to
Yeah.
see the light, the bright side of life. And I'd like to ask you, Samuel, where do you find inspiration, like to help people and to pass your knowledge and experience?
Sorry, repeat again.
From where do you get your inspiration to help people and to share your experience and your knowledge?
Mhm. What I can say, first of all, before I was not able to help someone, because even for me, I was taking myself as a useless, because I think that I was a useless. But someone come to my life, and that someone say, Samuel, you can do. Samuel, you can do something. Samuel, you can contribute something for the community. That word says, that word says you can do was like was like a, a bit for me. It's like it was open my eyes. Even someone can do. Before someone know that how to go to school without a shoes, but someone can do to give other shoes to go to school. That someone, he's a friend of mine. He's now in America, but the word that said to me is, "You can do," motivated me to start to do something for my community. I'm proud of that because I'm contribute for my community because someone helped me, motivate me with a little word, "You can do."
Yes, this is indeed so important. Like, sometimes only one word, just one word can uplift a person and can give so much inspiration to make some change, in your life. This is amazing. And Mr. Samuel, like, what is your understanding of happiness? What is true happiness for you?
True happiness is to see someone is laughing. For me, okay, like when I go to the ground, perhaps I can to meet someone who was raped. You know that someone who was been raped has a sadness, seems like he's a loneliness. And when I come to her and try to do like a trauma healing process to make her to out of that anger, that out of that loneliness. When I see her, she smiled. For me, I said, "Wow, this is a happiness." For me, the happiness is when I help someone, because I have this word say that, okay, when you help okay, when one help another, both become strong. When we help another, both become strong. That is my happiness. When I help someone, because I know that someone is become as strong like me. When you help another, both become strong. For me, when I help someone, I think that is happiness.
That's
Amazing
amazing.
point.
Yeah.
Especially if we can imagine that 8 billion of people will help like that each other. It's
Yeah.
it's totally incredible what we can achieve.
Yes, and also I wanted to add that probably a smile on the face of another person is the most
Yeah.
priceless thing in the world, right? And the most
Yeah.
important thing. And it is wonderful, to just know the fact that you can help other person, you can make impact on their life, or at least for today, at least for one day, but already for this moment, you feel that you are happy and you share this happiness with that person. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Samuel. Thank you for sharing. And also, I wanted to ask you, could you please share with us what is your vision of creative society? How do you see a society where each person lives comfortably, feels safe, secure, and what's most
Mhm.
important, happy?
For me, from us as a PCR Foundation, and to create society, it's when so we, we, we we make some like a room for respect. to respect someone, even though she or he can be poor or rich, but you respect that one, and you see that all we are equal. We was created. No one was come from somewhere. All of us was created, and we was created in the womb of the woman. We come without anything. You can be rich or poor, but all we are equal. We was born the same. For me, it is they kind of create respect, to respect even the children. We have to respect them, even their neighbor, and you see other to be yours. Like what I can say this, like you see every children of the world, they are your children. Every girl are your sister. Every mom, all are your mom. For me, it is to create a good society. Yeah.
That is an amazing
Thank you.
point. Totally.
Yeah.
Respect and treating truly, like, it's such a simple thing, like just to treat,
Yeah.
as it is said, just to treat others as your own brother and sister, like yourself, basically, like a part of you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel.
Yeah.
In your Peace Foundation, PCR, you dedicate a lot of time and attention to education and development of personality. And in your
Yeah.
opinion, which conditions should there be in creative society for children and adults to implement their best creative abilities and talents?
Mm-hmm. For my opinion, like I said before, education is the key. Education is the key. When you educate someone, you make that someone to be someone. When you educate someone, you make someone to be someone. Now, when we focus in like education of a person, to educate the kid, you educate the youth, how like to maintain peace, you make someone, that person to be a peaceful one. When you give someone like education, like on our program, we have a program of education. Let me share with you about one story. May I share with you about one story? In our program, we met one single mother. And that single mother, she was chosen from her family because she was gets a baby while she was still at school. And she met us. And we value her because even to have a children, you are not useless. You can do another thing. Because some of culture of Africa, they usually neglect girl. When a girl get a baby while she was at school, she cannot continue at education. When she met with us through our program and through one friend from UK came on that, we informed her about that girl and start to sponsoring that girl at education. Now that girl finished education, she finished secondary school and university. Now she is a headmaster at secondary education. Now for us, when you give someone key like education to educate, to give opportunity to girl and boy, both equal, not to give because of girl, you have to donate to boy only, no girl, you only donate to both. You make them to be someone else, a stronger someone in the life who can support, who can change the life of many things. For me, it is education. And the education can have some points like to send him to school or to educate, to give him skills. You can give him skills like how to maintain peace. You can give him a skill how to live with other, how to accommodate other, how to open the door for other. Because some of people, they don't open the door for the other. They usually judge others. But when you educate how to welcome all, it is education. And another point is to give them or to give people the chance to have a good health, access to health, because without health you'll die. Now give them the chance to have a good health, to educate them how to maintain their good health, because without that they'll die. Inform people, challenge people how to do the work, because without work, even you'll die, you'll not have a food. I know somewhere, many places, people are crying for food. But for food, you have a land, you have to cultivate. Go to cultivate people how to work. For work, we can change this world. Thank you, Adam.
Great point, Mr. Samuel. Totally agree with you that in society of the future, in the normal society, in the creative society, all these basic things as education, healthcare, provision of basic needs like food and security and all these things, it should be there and should be free and accessible for everyone. Thank you. Samuel.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your ideas and your thoughts on this point. And also, I wanted to say that they also very correlate with the sixth pillar, the sixth foundation of the creative society. And right now, I would like to read it out loud to our audience so they could see it and hear it. So, every person in the creative society has the right to comprehensive development and personal fulfillment. Education should be free and equally accessible to all, creating conditions and expanding opportunities for a human to implement his or her creative abilities and talents. So, everything that you just mentioned is basically also aligned with this pillar. And yes, we have to give a human a possibility, an opportunity to educate oneself and then to implement their skills in the future for our humanity to actually develop and grow. And also, I wanted to ask another question. Like right now, in our contemporary world, mass media plays a huge part in life of each person. But currently, for some reason, there's so much negativity, so much violence and aggression in mass media, which also, makes an impact on everyday life of each person as well. So my question would be how the implementation of creative ideology can help to eliminate violence in the world and to actually popularize the best human qualities. What principles should it be based on? Your microphone is off. Could you please turn it on? Thank you.
We can have several principles, but the principle that I can talk to the media, perhaps they can not to say only to publish the negativity. They can publish the goodness, the good news, the goodness of the place, not only negativity. I remember when I go to Israel, I went to Israel 4 years past. And one Israeli, I go there to participate the short course on combating violence against women and children. And that place, when they found that I'm come from eastern of Congo, they said to me, you are come to the post-war conflict zone. It is a security there. I respond to that person. If you follow the international news, you cannot come to Israel. Because Israel is not that there's a place of people are killing, some violence. If you follow the international news, you cannot visit in Israel. Because everywhere they say Israel is this and this. That person will say, yeah, you are right, Samuel. Because the media usually use the small thing to make it, they grow it, they make it bigger. They make for me, it's I can advise them don't to mention negatively only. Say something good. Say something good. And the person in Israel I said to him, In Congo, you can find people from Israel. We have some people from Israel. We have some international NGO. They are there. They are there. They are not being killed. But the small thing is the media make it bigger. Media, please, they can say positive, because we have a lot of positive in our life. We have many things positive, not only focus on negative. That's what I can advise. If they are need, they can ask me advice. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Samuel. And
that's a
what do
great
you
point.
think? Sorry, Sergey. Just one little question. What do you think are the, what human values, what human qualities should be developed by mass media in the creative society?
Mm, Thank you for that question. The media, okay, I already travel a lot. I already travel perhaps more than 50 countries in Africa, in Europe, and America, Asia. I already travel a lot. And I found some people that been used by like okay, like when you go to Masai, to Kenya, you can find some tribe called Masai. Masai, the country, they use it as a tourist to bring found in the country, to go there. I visited in Botswana. Botswana, some group that they are naked. They cannot wear the clothes. Now tourists come there to check to see the people who are not they are naked. Perhaps the media can motivate the country. Then cannot they using the human being for getting like found they can for their economy, because we was created by the value, not to use the like
I guess the internet connection dropped down in the place where Samuel lives.
children in bad manner way. Perhaps if the media can go on that point, you do not use the human being to get like wealth, to respect human being. If he come from America, from Africa, for whatever way he's coming, respect humanity. I don't know if I respond correctly, but that is my idea. Respect everyone. Do
Thank you very
respect.
much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Great
Thank you,
point.
Samuel. Yes,
Great point,
amazing.
Mr. Samuel. You're actually totally right that we have a lot of good things happening every day, and we should see that on TV, and we should create for our global family like creative ideology, and we should see it on TV every day. That the main priority should be is the priority, like you said, of humanity, of high spiritual values and moral aspirations of a humaneness, virtue, and mutual respect and strengthening of friendship. And
Yeah.
I agree with you, Mr. Samuel, that that's what should be like our drivetrain towards the creative society.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you as well, what steps should we take to guarantee social protection for people all over the world and provision of essential life necessities? What steps should we take on the global scale?
We can take on safety for the humanity. The first step I can say to provide a free education. Means every children have a right to go to free education, health, food, housing, to provide that perhaps can be more effective for humanity life. I say about people have access to food, education, health, housing. I think someone can, if you have access on, I mean, good security. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel.
Thank
Just
you.
from time to time, your connection is a bit weak. Thank you so much for those points, and I totally agree with you that once people will have all those basic needs covered, and if scientists and politicians and people from different fields and different aspects of our society from different professions, if we do unite our efforts, and I wonder what society can we build, that there will be no inflation, no crisis, stable and same prices all over the world, uh, fixed or minimal taxation or even no tax. I mean, like you said, if one helps another, both become strong. And if we multiply that in the global scale, that's something amazing we can achieve.
Yes, for sure. I agree with you, Samuel, and with you, Sergey, because once we all unite, then we have a great power of choice, and power of self help, actually, and support. And also, I want to ask another question, like, why in your opinion is it important that in the creative society every person takes an active part in the social life of the society, in the implementation of the goals of the society and the objectives? The microphone.
Samuel, can you please unmute
I
your
say
mic?
repeat again, repeat again, sorry.
Yes. So, why is it important that in the creative society, every person takes an active part in the life of the society, in the implementation of the goals and objectives of the society?
Okay, what I can say, development, we have to educate people that development, it is usually start by you, not others. If the people know that development must start by me, I'm there to contribute, I'm there to make a change. When you start to make a change, other will follow you. I was teaching about leadership. Leader, you have to be not by word, you have to make an act, to act. Now to motivate the community to act. And you can act even without anything. Acting is not, you have a lot of things. You have to act to make a step. In my culture, we usually say this. In my culture, usually to say this. If you are fearing because it's raining, it's a lot of raining. If you are fearing in the morning that it's raining, you cannot do anything. But if you are fearless, even it's raining, I have to go and make a step for provide for my kid, for my family. You'll do something, you bring something afternoon to eat on your family. But if you cannot make a step yourself, for me it is like to motivate people that you have value. God make you to make something in this world, to make a development, not to blame other, not to look for your government, not to look for the west or south. You have to look for yourself to make a development. I think we can create a better, a good society to change this bad thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Amazing.
Samuel. And also, I wanted to mention that once we all start acting, once we all take the responsibility for our actions, for our thoughts, for whatever we do in everyday life, not just, something huge and global, but something simple, starting from the little steps like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
It already makes an impact on our life, on life of people who surround us, and on the life of society. So we have this chance to choose whatever is good for us, for our children, for future generations, and we should use it for the better. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. Thanks, Samuel. It's like really reminds me the words of Mahatma Gandhi: "Be the change that you want to see in the world." And it really resonates, I think, with the eighth foundation of creative society, self-governing society. Maybe we can please see it on the screen, the eighth foundation, self-governing society. Now you can see that the concept of power in the creative society should be absent. And since the responsibility for society as a whole, its development, living conditions, and harmonious format lies with each human. Everyone has the right to participate in the management of the affairs of the creative society and in the adoption of laws that improve human life and the solution of socially important, socially significant, and economic issues that affect the quality of a human's life is submitted for the public discussion and voting referendum. That's, I think, what should we have in the creative society. And Mr. Samuel, my question is, what do you think all people around the world have in common, regardless of religion, nationality, or skin color, and what each of us can do, which steps to bring us closer to the creative society?
Wow. The creative society, for I can tell you have to respect someone limit, boundary. Okay. To create a society, you have to create. When you go somewhere and you forget the culture of that place, you'll not create society. You have to, when you go somewhere, first of all, you have to learn what the place that place what that place love like. That is why I like some people who already visit us. Majority of them, they usually ask before they come here. They usually ask us, "What is the culture of that place? What is the culture of that place?" You have to. What I can say is to respect someone's cultures, to respect someone's faith, to respect someone's belief, not to impose things, your thing to others, to respect their religions, you have to respect their culture, to respect how they are. They can bring to create a strong society. But when we are going to blame others, like you blame, this is a Christian, this is a Muslim, this is a this is a Catholic, this is a Pentecostal. We cannot create the safe society. You have to respect someone's belief, culture, behave, and have a limit and respect someone. You can live friendly, you can live in happy with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samuel. For sure, we have to unite instead of, searching for the differences. We should search for the things that unite all of us.
Yeah.
And also, how do you think, how important is the implementation of 8 foundations of the creative society in all fields of human activity, in every sphere of life of a person?
About 8 foundation, okay. 8 foundation of the Great Society, it is a guideline. Like I can say, you cannot have a country without without a constitution. If we respect this constitution of 8 foundation of creating life, I think we can have a good way, good world, the place that we can enjoy all of us. Like when we respect human life, the life of other. You respect the life of other. When you create a freedom for other to be free. When you create a safe place for other, you create a place for other. When you create security for other, I think we can make something good, something that can change this world. That something that can change the mentality, the bad thoughts, to bring the good thoughts to the that contribute to this change of the society. When we respect the justice for, we donate justice for everyone. We donate justice, not because some place we can find that justice is corrupt. When justice is not corrupt, or everyone have access to justice. I think this may be the key, like a guideline to help people to not to live a good society. Yeah, that is my thought.
That's a great point, Mr. Samuel. I like how you said it about the Constitution. So
Yeah, it's
the,
like a constitution.
the eight foundations here, it's like our constitution of our future society. Thank you so much. Well, the time flies very fast, and thank you so much, Mr. Samuel, for your amazing answers and
Yeah.
for sharing your experience. And probably our final question is, would you like to live in the creative society?
Yes, yes. I like to be in a creative society. I like it. I think many will like to be on creating society.
Me too. I would love
Yeah.
to live in the creative society. What about
Yeah.
you, Kate?
Oh, for sure. And I think that there would be probably no people in the world who would not want to live in a creative society because it is comfortable, it is secure, it is safe for everyone, and it is based on the core values that all people in the world share, no matter what skin color they have, no matter what religion they preach, no matter what political views they have as well. So, yes, I would totally love to live in the creative society too.
Thank you.
Amazing. And Mr. Samuel, since we're testing the theory of six handshakes in our broadcast, and as Kate mentioned in the beginning, you were as well invited by our previous participants of our live conversation. So
Yeah.
we would like to ask you the same. Maybe you have any friends or colleagues or anyone that you would like to invite for the next live conversation. Maybe you would like to be a co-host as well, together with me or Kate. What do you think?
Yeah. Yes. I have some. I have some that I'll recommend to to join or to be on the next session. I have some. I'll talk to you. I'll inform you about them and
Okay,
share with you. Yeah.
Great.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much once again, Mr. Samuel.
Yes.
And thank you so much, dear viewers, for being with us today and for watching us and for
Yeah.
your comments. Thank you so much. To join Creative Society projects of the ALLATRA International Public Movement, please visit our website, allatraunites.com. You can see now on your screen. You'll see the red button join, and all that you need is just to fill out a very short and very simple form, and participants of ALLATRA International Public Movement will get in touch with you.
Yes, thank you very much, Sergey, for this very nice presentation. And also, I want to mention that each person in the world is free to join this initiative because the Creative Society Project is a global, worldwide project for everyone in the world. And also, if you would like to participate in our live broadcasts, it is also very easy to join. You can send an email to uae@allatraunites.com and we will contact you and arrange a broadcast just like the one we're having today. And also, if for some reason you don't have an opportunity to join with video cam, you can join the ALLATRA Radio initiative too. So you can send your email to info@allatraunites.com and our volunteers will get in touch with you and arrange a podcast as well. So thank you very much for joining us today, Samuel. Thank you for sharing your experience, your ideas, and your thoughts about the Creative Society. Thank you, Sergey, for co-hosting this wonderful broadcast together with me. And thank you, our viewers, for joining us too. And also, leave your comments, share your ideas of Creative Society, and share these broadcasts with your friends on social networks using two hashtags, hashtag Creative Society and hashtag Allatra Unites. And the sooner we inform all people in the world, the sooner we will start living in the Creative Society. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful evening. We'll see you
Indeed.
soon on Allatra TV Middle East.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel. See you
Thank
soon.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.